Alright, so I know I've been posting a lot about cripple Moab, but this is a little different per se. I'm going to be taking a look at the 502 crosspath this time, which is very different from the 520. It removes the stall for a faster attack, which does more damage, and I've been trying to work out how to use it-ish, and I have a pretty good showing on geared chimps here. There is a bunch of optimizations that I could make some faults that I made because this is the first time I used it, so of course I didn't get it right the first time, but I don't think I'm gonna do a rerun of 502 maybe for 2 megapops. That would be pretty neat on an advanced map maybe. Yeah, I think that could work out, but other than that, it's just a really neat tower, and I did quite enjoy using it, although I think I've used it a bit too much and I've been burnt out on cripple Moab, and maybe you've been burnt out watching cripple Moab. So yeah, let's go for the strategy right now. I just did a round 18 heli, going for the heli as early as possible, and then I get Psy down. Psy, of course, is the synergy here to have cripple Moab pop open like the DDTs and the ZOMG, and Psy just streams all the BFBs on that side, which is really nice. On geared, it's an advanced map, so you're going to be getting the level 16, which allows you to get the BFBs with Psy a little bit later, but that's not an issue because cripple Moab, the 502 crosspath, actually does a lot of damage, and just with the overclock, he'll be able to push through a whole bunch of stuff in the game. So what I'm going to go here is I'm going to go for a Dragon's Breath. One of the optimizations you could do is Dragon's Breath could just be replaced with a 021 wizard. You don't really even need Dragon's Breath. If you just do some extra micro and moving things around with Chinook, 021 can get past fine on maps of this difficulty. I'm going to be getting a discount in there just to save some money, and I'll get downdraft the 302, which will become the 502 eventually, and Psy. That will take out a lot of these mid-games around just fine with the downdraft micro. And then after that, you're basically going to just have to slowly greed out and do a bunch of micro in order to get cripple Moab. Your damage, especially pure space damage, is going to be really low, and all you're going to have is pretty much the wizard. So things may not be the smoothest for a while, especially if you do some optimizations, get rid of Dragon's Breath, but I guess that is what it is. Chinook's going to actually be really cool though, and a lot of people didn't know this, but got a buff a while ago where it actually got double downdraft. Kind of makes sense, I guess, because the Chinook has 2 rotors, so why not have double the downdraft power? So it did get it recently, and it's really good at pushing back the ceramics, actually really good. There are a lot of moments in here where stuff was leaking by like crazy, and downdraft, the Chinook downdraft just pushed it all back like it's nobody's business. Now, the next thing for decamo, I got a 003 mortar. This could be fixed a little bit just by getting foam and Chinooking the foam around earlier. I'm going to get overclock anyways, and apparently all you really need is the foam because Psy and downdraft can take out the rest of the camos. So you could save something there. So that's 3.2k saved on the Dragon's Breath, another 2k saved on the mortar. And then the last thing you can also save on is I get a glue a bit later, and you don't really need splatter, so you can save 2k there. And I get primary training for some reason, which is completely useless. I don't even know why I bought that because I already have splatter on the glue. So you could either just cut splatter, get primary training, or just cut both and do a bunch of extra micro and targeting. So that makes that will save I don't know, about $10,000 at most with a bunch of optimizations and all, and it would save quite a lot of money. I did save a decent amount of cash spare in this run. It was 76,000 cash spare, which is decent, alright, but Yedis has been doing some pretty cool runs with a bunch more and optimizing the strategy a lot, and he did some pretty cool things. So I think he did 80k spare muddy, so it's basically the same strat, but a few more optimizations and a bunch more micro. And then I think he also did a 100k spare infernal with this strategy, which was also really cool, using the 502 over the 520. So now I guess I'll talk about is it better than the 520? And I'm gonna say, just for regular black border use, no. But if you want to do something kind of crazy and you're a bit better at the game, then 502 is actually really cool. The thing is that 502, it has the potential to be stronger and have greater synergies, but it takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot of micro and a lot of ability timing to pull off, and in a black border, it's just better to get the better stun and have it as more of a support tower than as a damage tower. So that's kind of my input on it. If you wanted a really cool challenge, you could do something crazy with 502, but in most cases, if you want to have like an actual strategy, just get 5-0. Now, there are a lot of like tricky aspects with this, like DDTs. You really need to be on point. You need to be good with the downdraft micro to keep everything in clumps so the AoE does good damage and all that stuff. And I guess the really cool thing about 502 is that you have a free round 100. So, I mean, it actually is really surprising the first time I saw it, but the 502 sniper just deletes around 100. It does an insane amount of single target damage to a bat. So that's something that's pretty cool. But a lot of these rounds are super satisfying. Like you saw 94, like everything got screamed. That's kind of the basis. And also, just to round it all off, this was another streamed run. I started streaming a while ago. I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, but I've done so far like just 2 streams on Twitch, the link to which will be in the description. And I think I'll have to like throw it in on my end screen at some point just so people will see it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can check out and follow the Twitch just to catch it. Right now I don't really have any set stream schedule, so just whenever is when I'll be live. So yeah, that's it. I'll let some music play out for the last few rounds. Have a nice day, and bye. Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!